Can foreign students start a company in China? I would like to answer this question in this video. Before we go ahead, I would like to talk about our company briefly. My name is 𝐒𝐤. If you are new in this channel, our company is located in Shanghai, China. And also we have a company in the US. Both of our companies offer corporate consultancy services that includes company formation in China, liquidation, structuring, restructuring, and also we draft agreements in Chinese and English, so we can assist our clients with that. Apart from China, we offer the same services in the neighboring countries as well, Singapore, Hong Kong, and also in some of the Southeast Asian countries. Now, let's get back to this question. From time to time, international students who are studying in China, they ask us if they can register a company. Legally speaking, there's no restriction. So I've been mentioning this in different videos as well. So if you're an international student, you can register a company and you can actually run it being inside China. However, what you have to pay attention to is you cannot pay yourself any salary or dividends from the same company. Because in order to generate any sort of income in China, you will be required to get a work visa and work permit as well. In China, there are two things when you are working, when you are generating income. There are two things, like I mentioned, you need to obtain from the government. One is work permit card, and that is additional to the visa. It's not the same thing as visa. So before you go ahead and start generating income from your company, okay, that means although your company is making money on the side, that's company's money. Okay, so you need to understand that. As a director and as an owner of this same company, you want to generate income from the company, i.e. to receive salary on a monthly basis, then you require this work permit first. That is a plastic card that is attached to the visa. Once you get that work permit card, then you can apply for residence permit with the right to work. Okay, so these two things are mandatory in order to get salary from your own company. If you are on a student visa, like I said, you can just register a company and you can run it, okay, and maybe you can hire some local talent, but you will not be allowed to hire foreign talent because as the director of the company, you haven't received any visa from your company yet. So there's another element you need to pay attention to. Your company can only hire local talent, okay, in this scenario. But if you want to sponsor visas of your potential foreign employees, then this company should sponsor the director's visa first, which is yourself. You need to basically choose either to switch to the work visa, or you need to wait until you graduate and then switch to the work visa of your company. So these are some very important elements you need to pay attention to if you're a student, international student in China, and you want to start a company and do business here legally. Apart from that, what do you have to pay attention? Although these things mentioned in several videos before, some people ask, if I'm not allowed to get, for example, salary on a monthly basis from the company, can I issue dividends from the same company? Well, the answer to this question, again, no, because like I mentioned, students, international students are not allowed to generate any sort of income in the territory of China, okay, with their student visa. So that includes any sort of salary, be it through bank transfer or cash, any sort of dividend payments, or any kind of royalty payments, etc., etc. Any sort of income within the territory of China is forbidden for international students. There are some exceptions depending on what sort of university you're studying at, because in some cities there is a pilot program, for example in tier 1 cities like Shenzhen, Beijing and Shanghai, and some of the top universities in these cities, they are the part of this pilot program, which means that you can speak to the administration of your university, and if they have some vacancies in the campus, in the territory of the university, you might be allowed to work part-time, okay, for the university, okay? Or within the campus, there might be some companies that are collaborating with your university, so maybe you will be allowed to work for them. But for that, once again, you have to be in tier 1 city. Your university in China should also be a tier 1 university. And number 3, you need to speak to the international office of your university in order to get that kind of, like permission. But for the dividends, once again, you cannot receive dividends to your Chinese account from the same company. It requires you to switch to the work visa of your company. So once you successfully obtained your work visa, your work permit card, sponsored by your own company, then, only then, can you pay yourself a monthly salary, and you can also issue dividends. Now, what is the solution then? A lot of people ask. So if you're a foreign student here, you open a company and you run this company and it starts generating income, and you want to withdraw that income. You want to be able to use that income for your own, expenses. What is the solution in this scenario? Well, one solution that comes to mind is, as a foreign owner of the company and plus foreign director of the company, you might be able to pay to your foreign account, to your foreign personal account. For that, you need to go to the bank and speak to them and say that, okay, I'm a foreign founder, I'm a foreign owner of this company, I own it 100%, and I'm the foreign director, and I would like to be able to pay kind of management fee for my services, and I would like to pay that in my own country. So that might be allowed, but bear in mind, different banks, they have different limitations and restrictions on this regard. But generally speaking, it can be done, but it has to be discussed with the bank, okay, with the serving bank. So there are different banks, obviously, in China you can choose from. More or less, they have the same, services. But try to open a corporate bank account in one of the bigger names, like for example Bank of China, ICBC, etc., etc. So if we do that for our clients, we usually recommend these top banks in China. It's easier to work with them. So this is the answer to this most frequently asked question from international students in China. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to email us. I would be glad to assist you with your questions in China. And if you're in Shanghai, feel free to visit our office. Our doors are open for any visitors, any potential clients. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.